We are getting back from what I call a brief respite of spring break because we had some people in school, other people had work, so we're going to just call that a spring break of 2 weeks, and now we're back for some Dungeons and Dragons on Monday nights for Unbeaten Path. I got the Putu crew here. They are all here as well. How is everybody?
A-okay.
Good, A-okay.
Doing
Vaccinated
battle
and
armor.
ready for some Dungeons and Dragons.
Learn. The man's immune to poison damage. Immune to...
Is that canon?
No. Vaccination does not make you immune to poison damage. Sorry.
Oh, well. So anyway, we'll get started. And
Only IRL.
I will kick this to PS Zombie. But welcome. We welcome thee to thy stream, and we'll kick it over to our DM. Go ahead, DM.
Every time I see how many sessions in we are, I'm surprised.
That we're still going?
No, it's just like...
Still putting out content.
I guess it doesn't feel like it, you know? Like it...
Yeah.
It's flown by.
That's fair.
But anyways, yeah, we are doing...
Where am I?
Yeah, so we're doing this campaign. I'm calling it the Unbeaten Path. It's loosely based on sort of roguelike video games where it's an ever-changing maze where death is not the end. And we've got our 3 players. They're on their second tour of this path, you might say. We had a fairly eventful last few sessions where they entered this sub-region of the Unbeaten Path. That was the Endless Sea. And went on a little pirate adventure and had a little shake-up with discovering that the characters within the Endless Sea were not just constructs of the path as other monsters they've encountered had been, but were once people who had been homogenized and sort of had their personalities muted by years or decades or centuries of this cycle of death and coming back. But one of them managed to retain his personality, and this was Joe Glass, a.k.a. Johannes Glass, who pleaded with Kuros to let him leave with the assumption that Kuros would return to the lobby where they had once returned, and that Johann might find his way out of the path where he had been trapped on the Endless Sea for many, many years. But upon passing through the door, Kuros found himself in the body of Johann, as they have been somewhat fused, and we'll see where all that goes. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. We fought a couple dragons and handily slapped them, and now we're in this jungle area where the last thing of note we saw was a winged statue. So I will let the players briefly introduce themselves, and then we'll jump right in.
I'll go as is tradition.
Indeed.
I am Battle Armor. I'm playing Karis Fester, currently inhabiting the body, as you have heard, of Johann Glass. I am usually an Artificer, but currently am a Phantom Rogue inside of the body of Johannes Glass. So yeah, looking forward to sneak attacking. Just in general.
I'm a Mubis, Calfin. I am a Minotaur race, Grave Domain Cleric class, with a righteousness that comes only from the sun that allows me to get some paladin powers. So that's a little bit about Amubis.
And I'm Climate Changer playing Alibaba, who has a cold right now. He seems to have caught it from something, so he may be sounding a little weird. He's the sketchy, snarky, selfish magic user of the group. So
Some dubious magic.
he has some dragon scales, and that's Alibaba.
Yeah. And that's, you probably heard the players mention, but sort of the key gimmick of my campaign is that classes can gain attributes of other classes. And Battle Armor right now is a Phantom Rogue with Armor or Artificer flavor. Interestingly enough.
Quite specific also to how I use my Armor Artificer, which is cool.
Yeah.
More physical based, kind of a tank.
Mm-hmm. Took on the what's the actual name for that armor?
Tankificer.
Defender?
I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Fair enough. All right, yeah. So y'all killed those dragons. You are out of combat. What would you like to do?
So it's forest. Keep moving forward.
Just do a little nuding around here.
Have we kind of acknowledged RP wise Battle Armor's change in body? Have we already had that talk?
Yeah, I think y'all talked about it a little bit when you first showed up in this room.
I can't remember.
It was a little while before the dragons attacked, so I think y'all had a little chat about it.
Feel free to keep being surprised.
If I remember correctly.
I wonder if my first reaction really should have been, oh, there's a strange person in our group.
Well, I'll say he looks enough like Joe Glass that you could surmise that this was a somewhat altered version of him.
Yeah, I think canonically you all realize that it was Joe Glass.
Yeah, like his facial structure is the same, like his general silhouette. Just Joe Glass was this hybrid race, which is, if you ever want to refer to it, that's the official word I'm using is hybrid. Where they have this grayish, bluish, greenish skin, mildly pointy ears, mildly pointed teeth, kind of like any trait that you can pick from any D&D race. They have like a mild version of it. So they're, and then he reverted to this kind of half-elf version of himself. Yeah, as Newt flutters around, there's this usual beautiful jungle. He can, of course, see off in the distance the ever-present pyramid. In the much nearer distance than in previous rooms you've been in. But yeah, if you want to look at that statue, you can go ahead and hit it with an investigation check.
Do you want me to use Newt's? I'll just use mine.
If you're looking through his eyes, you can use your stats.
Okay.
I imagine you're more intelligent than a raven. But perhaps
not
so intelligent.
I got cold.
It is a stone statue. It's larger than Newt. He's able to land on it. One of its wings was knocked off in the fight. It did previously have wings on its back. That's kind of all you gather. Stone, large, now one winged.
I can see it where I'm looking from, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to hit it with an investigation check as well.
Sounds good.
Specifically, I'm wondering if it maybe looks like our close personal friend, Sister Riddell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll say not specifically. It's more akin to the statues in Breath of the Wild, where it's kind of a generic design, so that viewers could imprint upon it whatever they chose. It looks like a statue of worship, and just a general like it has a small stone altar in front of it. It's kind of like, if you want to have a little worship, here's a place you can do it.
Dope. Drive-through worship.
Yep.
I only worship the sun, and I look up in the sky.
Yes, in the sky there is the false sun, but the real sun is actually fairly near to where the false sun is right now. So they're kind of little twin suns, Tatooine style. For the viewers who don't recall, Amubis currently has a milky eye that can see the true sun, which is different than the path sun, as the path is sort of a construct of sorts. But yeah, they're fairly near each other right now.
I kind of look a while, and my eyes get all like teary and stuff, and I just kind of flutter, like blink a lot of times. And I look at the other guys, and I'm like, convergence, and I just seem like crazy.
You find as long as you close your air quotes good eye, you can continually stare at the suns, and they don't burn your milky eye.
Very nice. I like this.
But also your milky eye, it definitely has far worse vision in general than your good eye. Like, worse even than needing glasses. Like, it's colorblind, it can see vague shapes, but between it and your good eye, you can see normally.
So what you're saying is my milky eye is utterly bad.
I'll take it.
We got there.
I accept.
Jasmine in the chat liked it. Jasmine in the chat liked it.
I can tell you due to the fact that she is directly behind me that she did laugh.
Good.
Nice. An audible laugh. Rare in these days.
An audible laugh. I also did. So.
We got a counter going.
One of them little clickers.
But yeah, as is standard, the sort of essence of the dragons got sucked into the flask that Alibaba holds. That's different than his
So many flasks.
other flask. Yeah, I mean this one's less of a flask, and it's more of like a
File.
like a jug or a file.
Like in Dead Cells. Like there's...
Yes.
Okay. Sweet.
I'm thinking specifically Darksiders, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Any video game you've ever played has something exactly like this.
Okay. So I'll get a little closer, and I'm going to do, I guess, an investigation check. I'm going to check it out. So
The statue?
Yes.
Have a look-see of your own.
Yes.
Yeah, it is indeed up on a ledge, so you'll have to do a little bit of climbing to get there. Just give me a quick athletics check.
Okay. If my shit...
Just to be mean to you.
Okay. Sounds appropriate.
He's got pretty good dex. He'll be
But athletics is not dex.
strength. That's fair.
Yeah, it's climbing, so
Nope, it makes sense.
it's ninja flipping. Yeah, so this isn't like a pass-fail type thing. This is more just like a time thing and how ridiculous you look trying to do it. So,
I look so
as you can
ridiculous.
as you can imagine, like a 400-pound cowman trying to climb a fairly steep wall, it's not pretty. Like, you managed to get up there, but it's definitely clumsy. The only thing it does help you is your hooves are good at standing on very small ledges, as like mountain goats do. So
We are not the same.
able to kind of clamber up, and the fact that, as we've established, you're a fairly gaunt minotaur who doesn't quite have the musculature that is stereotypical of minotaurs, but we're not about stereotypes here.
I'm just at the bottom clapping and going, go, 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 go.
As that, I see the inherent spiteful nature of rogues is already
Dude, already
seeped into your personality. But yeah, so Mubis, you make it up there. You see a nice little stone shrine where you could worship. And from this angle, this statue is of a very efficient design to where in its face you can kind of see elements of the kind of tribal mask of Uptown, to where you're like, you feel like you could worship here without being blasphemous if you cared to.
All right, I will. I'll just
Cool.
do a little worshipy stuff.
Yeah, you spend a moment in prayer as you kind of been trained in your prayer to visualize a kind of mind palace that is a labyrinth, as your god is a god of mazes and labyrinths, and order and purpose of path is kind of like the general thoughts here. You find yourself walking the corridors of your mind and seeking that clarity. It's clear in your mind that you're heading towards the pyramid, but you do feel a sense of comfort as you worship.
Let's get out of there.
Do you really weigh 400 pounds, Mr. Calvin? Asks your mother. I would say about that. He's a large fellow.
Yep. I don't like to talk about it.
It's honestly not hard to get up to 400 pounds if you're like reasonably tall.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like pushing 7 feet, and
He's
like
really all the armor.
with his horns and all that, like he's got a lot of weight that a normal human doesn't sort of.
Let's look this
I
up.
think cows have quite heavy heads as well,
Out of the way.
comparatively at least. I'm gonna go ahead and peek around this corner just to see.
Yeah, you can see. One second.
Typical cows weigh up to 1,200 pounds.
Wow.
She weighs over 50
Well,
pounds.
what would be if you average out 150 pounds in that? What would that be?
Whole lot of
Like
burger.
500? 600, 700? Probably like 700, right?
150 divided by 1,200. Maybe that'll do.
I don't think that's quite right. But anyways, he's like half man, half cow. So I was thinking that would be a good average. But yeah, as you go around this corner, you can see as it curves up ahead, there is a rather familiar door. This one kind of set into the rock, almost like in Lord of the Rings, the arch door they find at Moria. So this one's like a little bit more intentional looking than some of the other ones you found, which have been very like naturalistic. But it's just set into the walls with, the walls of this kind of valley you're in, and then shrubbery up above that.
Indeed. All right, and I'm gonna have to try to dial into my accent here, which is, ordinarily difficult, and then I have to pitch it down slightly.
If you don't feel like you're pitching it down, you don't have to. Just do your traditional accent.
Committed to my character work.
We could do this Wonder Woman 1984 style, where you just are fully your own character,
Just
in the body of someone else. Did you end up watching it? Did you watch that with us?
I think I did watch it with you guys. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm making so many media references right now. I'm sorry, guys, if you haven't seen all the media.
If you haven't consumed the exact amount of media that Tristan has, which, funnily enough, I have.
We do have similar media consumption. Anyways, you were saying.
Anyway, I was going to say, doors over here. Just if we're ready to go whenever.
Oh, just a moment. I slowly start to crawl back down, awkwardly off the ledge.
Funnily enough, going down's easier than going up.
Oh, just one moment.
Yes, I can tell it's you. It's slightly deeper, but it's a good voice. So the door is this way, you say?
Yes. Do we possibly want to take a moment to rest? I got reasonably damaged in that last fight. Not that much, but some.
I am slightly tired, so just slightly.
Yeah, I think an hour of downtime was fine.
Do we not rest?
Did we?
I feel like we did. I'm at full health.
Yeah, full health. Oh, no.
You might just not have gotten hit.
I think you didn't get hit by the dragons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was at 27.
Crows got breath attacked and took
That's right. I forgot about
quite a
that.
bit of damage, as I recall.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm roughly half.
Short rest.
Yeah, short rest is all I need. I mean, I'm a rogue, so it's not like I've got spells or nothing. So
Cool. I need
based on your mental clock from being in traditional rooms, you do have time to short rest before things would start getting dicey.
yeah, from what I have figured out, due to my studying the mechanics of rooms, we've got maybe like an hour and a half or so in general in rooms before it starts to get dicey. But and then the very rare room has the 8-hour window that we need. But yes, short rest.
Yes, sounds good. Well, yeah, go ahead and roll your hit die, get your spells back, whatever you'd like to do.
Spells?
Spells, I was
Spells.
thinking to Alibaba for that one.
Oh, no.
Ain't got no spells.
Ain't got no
Anubis
spells.
is like, I wish.
Wah, wah, wah,
Maybe
wah.
next go around, but all right, back up to full. Got some sneak attack.
I think climate changer might have stepped off for a moment.
I think you did.
Yeah, seems like it. Good. RP. Me and Amubis right now. Let's go. RP.
Oh, I know. Okay, here's a good RP moment. I gotta go up.
You know, why not? We've got
I gotta
stuff
go
to
up
talk
next
about.
to you, and I go, do you really think I'm 400 pounds?
As a
I try to hit the salad a lot, but
As a 20 intelligence character.
as a scientist, I do have to have a sort of accurate measure of things. Let me see if I can intuit how much you would weigh. I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if I can just sort of figure this out.
Sounds good to me.
Ooh, 19.
That's solid. I'll say, you know for a fact he weighs more than that.
Well, I'll say you're looking good. That's what I'll say. You seem very, very spry.
Keeping it tight, as the kids say.
Certainly, you weigh less than any Minotaur I've ever met.
Nice, tactful.
Yes, the secret thing is he is the first Minotaur that I have ever met. Yeah,
Not exactly calm.
you're fine. Howl, if you don't mind me asking, what do you have like a homeland where people are quite a bit like you, or do you know many more of your kind?
to be honest, no. I remember the church service for me started very young, and I remember my father and mother, but I don't really remember a village to speak of because I joined the church so soon. I don't quite know.
Did they ever talk to you about your parentage, your family, your lineage?
Not really. We focused on other things around the dinner table and in our conversations. It was mostly our work in our church, and our family history was just not important to us, I guess. And he kind of just stares off a little bit, kind of wondering.
I am sorry about that. But if you think about it this way, you could come from anything. You could be Minotaurian royalty.
Huh.
lost son of a deposed king, ready to come back and reclaim the homeland, or you could be, I don't know, the only son of a wealthy baron who's going to leave you his inheritance, and you can retire and have a wonderful mansion. I don't know. There's lots of potential there.
You speak of some pretty wonderful things I had never thought about.
Well,
Yeah, sorry, not to interrupt your role playing, but I'll say for you, Amubis, your parents were very involved in the church, and they weren't just insistent on you being religious; they were very insistent on your worship of Uptow, and instilled almost an obsession with that particular god in you. You may continue.
Gotcha. He kind of just kind of looks off for a little bit, Amubis, and kind of thinks to himself, and then he turns and he says, "So, Karos, how's the new out-of-body in a new body experience going for you?"
Well, it's odd, certainly. There are a lot of different parts to it. It's not just that I'm physically different. I've got entirely different muscle memory. I can do things that I wouldn't have dreamed of doing in my full elven form. And there are some things that I miss. Obviously, I don't. Although I didn't have great usage of them, I could still, flap my wings a little bit. It's a bit like missing an arm currently. I have sort of a phantom idea of where my body should be and where Joe's body is currently. It's not uncomfortable though. I'm as you can sort of see, I hit the ground running with it. I think the path is probably helping me get situated a bit more than I would be if I were just suddenly dumped into another person's body myself.
Phantom limb, you say? He kind of rubs his chin a little bit. Wow, that's quite the experience, I'm sure.
Yes, it's rather interesting. I do hope that you'll get to experience it at some point. I feel like when I go back to being myself, I'll take something from the experience. Assuming I go back to being myself and we don't just, leave the path and I don't know, I'm just like this.
I see. Well, I wouldn't bet on me getting in a new set of hooves, but it's courageous of you for being willing to strike a deal with our boy Glass. Was it Glass? I forgot his name. It was Glass, right?
Joe Glass. Yes, it wasn't. It ended up turning out far better than it could have done. Certainly the most convenient solution.
Yes. I suppose. I wonder if that act gets us one step closer to getting out of here. This whole ordeal's starting to wear on me.
I will say one thing I forgot to mention to you, Battle Armor, is I made some alterations to the King of Sleep. Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I hate to change things on the fly. On the other hand, I'm making custom magic items, and I feel like that's kind of reasonable to do. So you can reread that if you want. Also, if you guys wanted, we could say that the statue facilitates y'all entering a dream state. Y'all could have a little battle royale and do a little 1v1 if you want while he's gone.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties with climate changers, so let's duke it out.
That could be kind of fun. Do you want to do it as your standard form? I would say in your mental state you could do it either way.
I'll have a little battle as my dream self, which is probably my real self.
Yeah.
Just
So
to see
they,
stack
y'all,
up.
y'all sit before the statue, each focusing on your god, and you enter kind of a dream state. Can even go to a dream state map if you want.
Ooh, wow. You had this all set up.
I mean, I didn't. I just always have a dream state map. turns out dream states are fairly common in my campaign. Yeah, so let me get the real Corrosin on here. And I'll move you all over.
I always forget to change. Yeah, there we go.
Let me stretch it. Oh, now you're too big.
No, that's too strong.
That should be good. So yeah, why don't we say y'all start, what's a good distance apart? 100 feet apart?
Sure, yeah.
That'll work.
We're both casters, so distance is like, I'll be trying to get in. He'll be trying to also get in because he's a little bit of we're actually very similar, like fighting style. So I think probably we'll be.
I've already got you in there, bud.
Matched either way.
Oh, what? I didn't
I've
see
already got you in there.
Oh. I didn't see you. There we go.
Yeah, so yeah, what do y'all want? I mean, you're currently like 50 feet apart.
That'll work.
You want to just say it's good enough?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, so let's get that initiative up, and we'll clear it real quick. And then, yeah, roll initiative. Let's do a little battle royale. And y'all can have your full long rest.
I assume this is, canon, but non-canon. Canon because
Dream state.
if I win, I will be talking about it.
Yeah, Mubis, try to remember where your spells were at if you can, but you can do it as if it was a long rest, so that you're just like full power.
Okay.
Full power.
I'm going to
If you're into that, I think it's a fun way to spend time.
we're gonna consider it canon like Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, exactly that canon.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I can remember this. This is easy. I was just one down from the max. Okay, cool.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll just go back. I'll reset once our dream sequence is over.
Perfect.
Can I do this for spell slots? Whoever wins gets full spell slots?
Well, I don't have spells.
No, it's just for funsies.
Okay.
Just for bragging rights.
Okay. All right.
We'll move us to that legendary
Dex.
dexterity. The man's dex max. Not quite, but
With the Dex.
all right, cool beans. Well, Anubis, you're up. We'll say the distances are accurate, so you're 50 feet away or however.
You commented on my weight. I'm gonna summon. I'm gonna summon spiritual. The shield. So I'm gonna spin that.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Cool. I think that can be 60 feet, so you can probably summon it right next to him if you care to.
Yes, I do.
Indeed.
Just in front of him there.
I feel like we're having like a Pokemon battle.
It is kind of like that. All right, so go ahead and do your attack with that.
Okay.
Trying to beat my AC. Good luck.
I think I will. Like I beat your initiative.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that video of the country guy and he's like, "You trying to put hands on me?"
No, I have not.
Oh my god. Another
Oh,
time. That's a big miss, and that's a bad miss.
That's a bad miss.
lame.
You still got an action, bro?
All right, I'm gonna do a. I guess a solar shield. I'm gonna move in close and bash him.
I don't think you got the movement for that.
Yeah, you don't have enough movement to get to him.
Oh,
You're
I
50
don't.
feet apart currently.
Oh, that would have
Or
hit
should I
too.
say the movement?
You're closer to 55 feet apart right now.
Fine.
We'll say 50. We'll say 50.
Oh, fine. I'll do a guiding bolt.
Oof.
You can't cast two spells in the same turn.
Ah!
You can do a cantrip.
I'm bad at saves. I will tell you.
Sacred flame, then.
After a crit. Come on,
Sacred
man.
Flame. Oh man, that's so sad. I'm
Stop
sorry.
casting things that you can't actually cast, and maybe you'll. Does that
All right,
dex
let's
save?
see a wisdom. Oh yeah, dex save.
Yeah, I'm bad at those. Yeah,
I like
no,
to show.
absolutely not.
I like to show you what I'm capable of, and not actually do
2
it.
radiant damage.
All right, I'll go ahead and take that to my real health because I can't imagine that I got time.
You also got movement if you want to move this.
Yeah, I'll move in closer.
Close. So you can move. You're moving 30 feet.
Yeah.
You can go right down,
Are you moving me?
like right here-ish.
Okay.
No, you can move him, but it's just right there-ish.
Okay.
I mean, I can move you if you want, but yeah, looking good.
Always.
I wish you would. It's gonna break my door.
All right, Anubis, you're up to bat.
Sorry, my girlfriend's cat is currently almost destroying my door. It's very odd. I don't know how he's so powerful.
You're getting attacked by a tiefling or a tabaxi barbarian.
Indeed, he honestly would be. He's an absolute unit. All right, so I am going to walk around the other side of Anubis. And I am going to cast Thunder Wave and maximize it.
Maximize Thunder Wave.
So I believe that's my best option.
All right.
So
What kind of save is that?
it is a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let's see that con save, Anubis.
16 damage. And get knocked the hecko back. Gotta remember what my save is.
Your con saves are actually good. It's wild that artificers get con saves. That's awesome.
That's 15.
So he makes
Yes, successful save, so you take 8 damage.
8 thunder damage, Anubis.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself temporary HP.
Sounds
My
solid.
helmet snaps shut, and I am encased in.
Iron Man style.
How many?
some-
How much damage was that again?
It was 8 damage
8,
that you
okay.
took.
What is the deal with? Okay, my computer's being slow. Being slow. All right.
The roasting continues. All right, Anubis. What you thinking?
I'm thinking I gotta get my sheet to work. It's not taking off the damage.
Wow, convenient.
I know,
Wow,
right?
Wow.
that's some bullshit.
Ah.
Sorry, Craig's mom. That was almost a swear.
Nearly a swear.
You had to apologize. That's right. She's listening. You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay.
Tell her to say it. It's funny.
I'm
we
gonna
are fairly safe for work stream. I'm not really too concerned.
go Sun Smasher. Smash.
I'm sorry, can you reach me?
What has it got? 30 feet?
Got 20 feet of movement. Well, it doesn't matter either way.
Venti.
Sun Smash.
Because I think I'm 25 feet away. So we were 50 feet away. Amubis moved 30 feet towards me. I went around the other side of him. So I'm actually like 25 feet away from his shield. It didn't end up hitting me anyway, so this whole thing is moot.
We'll put it there for now. We'll worry about it later.
It's a moot point.
You got an action, Amubis.
Well, that action's gonna be to solar shield this guy in the face. Ha!
Woo! You can't call everything a solar shield.
Yes, I can.
Either your spiritual weapon is your solar shield.
No,
His
Sun
weapon is-
Smasher.
Oh,
His weapon is Solar Shield. His spiritual weapon is Sun Smasher.
the alliteration is
It's
8
great.
piercing damage.
It's good marketing.
Whoop. It's true.
Are you gonna do a little fun?
Oh, I think I will do that.
I thought you were
What
talking to me. I was like, do I have something that I
what
can do?
that means for
No,
you
he has
folks?
something he can do.
What that means is I can do a little divine smite on top of that,
It smote me.
and that means that I can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage. It's a 2d8 for first level,
2d8.
and
Yeah, if you're doing a first level, you can do
I'm gonna do a second level, which is a 3d8.
Ow. I'm gonna
Wow.
major damage.
You
here.
talked about his rolls. You fat shamed him. And he's like suddenly talking about a cat being offended too, and so he's like feeling righteous for something he doesn't know about. Just something
Got
like
them
off
jelly
frame.
rolls.
This is for the cat. 3d8. I said 3d8, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how much it is. Rolling both.
Did I not make you a
Oh my
macro?
gosh.
I'm ashamed of not making you a macro. Alright, you take 28 damage.
Good golly, I sure do.
It's okay, it's the only time he'll hit you this entire night.
Don't say that.
His
Don't
AC
say that.
is wild. His AC is wild.
Yeah, my AC is normally pretty ridiculous, but
I mean, he hit you with the 15, so
yeah, he got a +7.
that's not impossible.
Undoable, but
Yeah.
Oofadoof.
Woof.
Okay, interesting. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Unless the Amubis wants to move.
No. He's
Sure.
right where I want him.
Yeah, that's fair. I am right where you want me. I am going to. What am I gonna do here?
Full caster spell progression with smites.
Yeah,
Not exactly balanced.
it's pretty wild. It's the Hexblade with 2-level dip and Paladin without 2-level dip. All right, I'm going to. Golly, I'm definitely going to use my bonus action to give myself my second bout of
Cool.
temp HP.
You can do that proficiency bonus time, so it's all good.
Yep. And
I know what you have to do, but do you have the strength to do it?
Huh.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and punch him.
Schmooming
Punch him.
Schmide.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little schmooning schmade. If I can hit.
Oh, you definitely hit.
That'll hit.
So I'm gonna deal my 10 thunder damage. Your little got them little diodes attached to you that are making a little annoying beeping sound and a little arcing electricity. And I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox. It's gonna run straight backwards, 30 feet. Triggering an attack of opportunity if you'd like it.
Yes. So, first off, 10 damage you said?
Yes.
Alright, and the second thing is, you went unorthodox, and we all know that Amubis is very orthodox, in his religion.
Yeah.
So he's
There you go.
very offended by that.
Orthodox.
Did you hear that one, Jasmine? She's counting puns.
She is. I
So
saw her keep up the pun counter.
I feel like that was maybe the king of all puns thus far.
Yep.
And indeed, that does not hit me.
Of course it
A
doesn't.
miss.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Increíble, she says. All right, Moobus.
Oh man,
Indeed.
starting to look a little rough for old
You
Anubis.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Chris is missing a leg. Like,
I
he's
have an
doing
now.
poorly.
How far away are you? Let's see.
I'm 30 feet.
30 feet. Too far for me
30.
to catch.
Too far for the Sun Smasher.
Too far for the Anubis.
Too far for melee.
You can walk up, but
I think you got 30 feet movement, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I'm gonna.
But the question is, do you want to?
do
Yeah.
you dare?
Dare thou?
Yes, and I know it's something that we don't really normally address that much, but I did cast a specific spell there as well called Booming Blade. I don't know if you know what that does.
Yeah,
It's
if,
really fun.
I'll say you've seen Kuros use it before. If you move, you will take 1d8 thunder damage. Because he used Booming Blade.
Oh, that's right. Well,
So it's up to you.
I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna move my
You
son.
can tank it if you want.
I'm gonna.
You saw Sister Rodell tank it.
Well, she was.
She did just power through.
But she's a psycho, so...
Beat us up afterwards.
She's a psycho with mad HP, so...
For certain.
So I'm just gonna send my my shield like halfway,
Sure.
and then I'm going to do healing word on myself.
I see.
Bonus action.
Oh, yeah. Those are both bonus actions. Do you have a different healing spell prepared? Or you can not move the Sun Smasher if you don't want to. I do wish more things were action or bonus action.
I've got
Yeah.
cure wounds. I'll do cure wounds instead.
I think
Okay,
literally
cool.
the only thing that is wild shape.
Moon Druid Wild Shape, yeah.
That's literally the only thing.
Which is pretty sick, but...
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, you can do Cure Wounds, so no worries.
Level 1.
Roll that healing. Alright, you recover 9 health as the sort of veins and capillaries in your body form structured paths, like a maze of blood throughout your body, healing you. Everything's thematic here. You hear that, Twitch? Flavor is my jam.
Flavor is this jam.
Call him Guy Fieri, because he's taking you to play.
Yeah, I really am. That's all I do.
I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no worries.
Because I've been marked.
Alright, Karos!
Alright, I'm going to, I'm gonna see if I can't. This could just be in general a bad plan, because I do know that he can out spell sling me, but I'm kind of hurt, so.
Do your thing, do what you want to do.
I'll try it. I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I see.
So, for the next 10 minutes, assuming I keep concentration up, which I could, I can, as a bonus action on my turn, take the dash action. Remembering what it's like to be a rogue, I'm gonna go ahead and run a little bit faster than I normally do, and I'm going to cast Create Bonfire underneath a move vest. So,
Is Expeditious Retreat a bonus action?
Yep.
Nice. All right, Anubis, I believe you do a dexterity saving throw.
Indeed.
You got it.
He's got a lot of dex, but he's not proficient, so it's...
That's a failure.
Take 1d8.
You do take that 2 fire damage.
Alright, 2 fire damage, Anubis.
Ouchies.
And I'm going to use my 60 feet of movement to run around the other side.
Does Expeditious Retreat use dash on the same turn it's cast?
Yeah.
Or nice.
It is when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns, you can take the dash action.
Cool.
So yes. And that's my whole thing.
So, question. I have studied fighting alongside Karos, and I would know that if I still move, I get a little sparky spark.
You would know that it would.
You would know it would not.
Okay.
His little... He has 2 separate effects that linger upon you, and you have noticed that both of them have stopped.
Okay.
And in fact, I think we've even flavored it as literally the diode falls off. So
I believe so.
you could pretty reasonably notice that it goes pew.
Pew. It's Gonzo.
Okay. Am I 30 minutes, or sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 feet away from you? Like you ran...
You are close enough to approach him. Your spiritual weapon is not close enough to approach him.
Staying out of my range of the spiritual weapon, I see. Alright.
I know how much damage it can deal.
You're smart. Some would say even bright as I ran with my solar shield.
Golly. Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Alright. I'm gonna...
I can't possibly fathom that I'm going to...
Alright. So, here's the damage, and I'm gonna smite it. Level
Yikes,
2.
dude. Almost guaranteed.
Who knew that clerics with smites were any good?
So, let me just get my tick...
Yeah, go roll them bones, man.
I know, if I don't mark down the spell, I will totally not think I have more than...
Honestly, I blame myself for not giving you a macro since I'm so obsessed with macros.
You do like those macros.
Man, I should have just sprinted full on the other direction. It was mostly just because there wasn't enough map space for it.
Yeah, I mean, I could have given you all a bigger, better map. A bigger, blacker map, as they say.
Yes, that will absolutely murderize.
Do you really have 3 second level spells?
My body.
Yeah. I'm out now.
Wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Ugh, full spellcasters, baby. Alright, Anubis is smites you as Kuros, you're thrust from the dream realm.
Yeah.
Return to the
body and destroys my incorporeal form.
To the air quotes real world.
Shoved back inside Joe Glass.
We both kind of give each other that look and nod like, yeah, we know what went down.
Slightly less confident in my ability to not ever be hit.
Well, as we all know, 5e is not made for player versus player.
Indeed, it is not. Broken things.
Really catering to the fan base. Yep. We sure are. Our fan base of only Jasmine.
That's right.
Yeah, so we, I think it's probably say climate change is probably not coming back tonight.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
That's far enough.
We could call it, have a little chat about how things are going, what we're looking at doing.
Ooh. We could talk about we could talk about what we were chatting about the other day, Tris.
Yeah, so we were talking about well, we had a couple ideas because Kutu's done with school now. I'm getting near to done with school, so we're thinking about, generally just doing a little bit more streaming than we've been doing in the past. So we're talking about adding potentially another campaign, either alternating weeks or adding another day of the week. I don't know how you would feel about that, but like Puchu would probably be DMing that. So if somebody else had a great idea, we could do that too. I don't know if you'd be interested in any of that. Soundproof
I kind of
or battle armor.
If we added another day onto the week, that's probably a bit much for me.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, we guessed that was probably a bit much, but we have other groups like here in Montgomery that we could potentially do that with as well.
Yeah.
So we're not feeling like people have to do that. Like we're literally just pitching ideas.
Yeah. Things are gonna start like obviously opening up again, and so like physical groups will be another big thing. So like if I wanted to get, I have a lot of friends up here who I've only had, one or two D&D experiences with. So I think it'd be fun to start my own group up here.
Yeah,
well.
totally.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to get an in-person group going. Like it was such a different experience doing that versus the online.
I'm enjoying all the online stuff that I'm doing now, though. Like I think it's gonna make me less.
You're doing another one, right? Are you doing the campaign with Philip still?
Yeah, me and Philip and a bunch of friends from college, and one friend from work, and one friend from I don't actually remember where. But yeah, it's pretty high level now. I think we're 13 or 14. Playing a bard in that one. Very fun.
Yeah, that one sounds super cool. Did you hit your second Magical Secrets or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I also changed subclasses.
Right, to lore?
Yeah, to lore. So I think that's where the second Magical Secrets is.
Yeah, lore's broken.
And I picked up Spiritual Weapon and Counterspell because we had been fighting a bunch of.
Yes, Counterspell, that Magical Secrets tax, that part.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where I'm like,
Mustang.
hey, why don't bards have haste? Why don't bards have Counterspell? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, especially with like you could pick up the cadence of a song or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it would be like, because we literally have slows, so like, why not haste, which I feel like is the antithesis. We figured climate changer. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I don't know. He might not be able to hear us, but we'll just tell him we understand.
Sounds good.
That's all right, good buddy. Climate change, Twitch. Climate change had to pop off, and
No
just
worries.
wish him the well. He's dealing with stuff, and that has to happen. So we totally respect that.
We all got lives.
We all got lives. That's it. Okay. Well, it sounds like because I already polled people PS Zombie, and both Battle Armor and Climate Change said maybe not, but we could either alternate weeks, or I could, we could obviously look at getting some other groups too.
I've still got plenty for this campaign that I think I can keep going weekly for like a while.
Okay.
Until like I can't,
Yeah.
I
mean, I'll tell you, I am super into this campaign. I think.
Oh, sweet.
I think it's really great. I think there's a lot of cool and unique things that I haven't really found in a lot of other D&D. The gamification I think is really playing out exactly like you want it to. So
that's awesome.
I think it's also
that's really encouraging.
because it's seeming like it's cohesive week to week, which sometimes D&D campaigns can not be. But I think this might be particularly suited to the format of streaming. So
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it.
I like it. I think the framework makes the burden on me fairly easy, where I can make it kind of modular, where it's like, I want to see what they can do, test them in combat, and then this time I want to explore some lore, I want to target this character, I want to target that character, so it hasn't been an undue burden on me, and I've really enjoyed exploring like the story we've done so far, and I definitely have some like really cool stuff coming up that I think is going to be really interesting and exciting for y'all. So it's good to hear that y'all are enjoying it, because I think there's more cool stuff to come. So if you like it, I think you'll like it even as it continues. So yeah, well that'll be our plan, and then me and Putu might make streaming plans of our own with other potential stuff. We were just thinking of adding another campaign, because the D&D stuff has been like by far our most popular stuff on the channel.
Yeah.
The game streams have been fine, but people are definitely more interested in D&D stuff. And like I definitely have solid ideas for a Mass Effect or a Star Wars campaign, and then Putu's got stuff he can do for classic D&D, which definitely classic D&D is the most popular for sure.
I mean, it's good stuff. Good for SEO.
Yeah.
That's
SEO.
optimization.
SEO. What?
Search engine optimization.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
Like get attracted to.
Yes. And I could even make no. I was like, maybe I could adapt my other stories into being classic D&D, but they're kind of setting specific, so not really.
Yeah. I know how much how many varying different ideas you've already put into this, and I think you'll probably end up doing that with whatever you have. It's just like this idea from there, and
yeah. Well, that's what's so cool about this is and like you said, that idea of like the blending of the subclasses and stuff. Like, I think that's really exciting. Like something that you don't see a whole lot, and sort of the freedom to become really strong and not be restricted. And
and you don't have to worry about, like we learned today, like, wow, Amoos can really throw out some heavy damage.
Yeah, we did.
Pummeling on someone.
We did.
That's awesome. But you don't have to worry about that, like, game balance, because it's, maybe the next loop gonna go away, and they'll have some like cool utility stuff that he can do then. Or like more different damage.
I've got the next loop planned, baby.
Yeah.
I thought if it had all gone to the script today, we might have made it all the way there. Not necessarily to the next cycle, but to the next phase.
To the next thing.
Next thing.
That is
we can look forward to that in the future.
That is a good teaser, and a good teaser to end on. Thank you guys for joining us. We did a nice little fantasy dream battle in today's episode, so that's fun. P.S. Zombie, thank you for adapting your campaign to fit the moment, so thank you for that. That was super fun. I had fun. Did you guys have fun? I feel like people did.
Yeah.
Battle Royale, can't beat it.
That's right. So we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream, and just keep a watch on our YouTube and Facebook pages. We even got a fun video. I don't know if I announced this on the stream before, but we got a fun video of me, Sophia Jane, and PS Zombie playing Mario Party 3 on 64.
I think that.
And losing to Wario.
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, spoiler alert, no.
But it was fun.
Just watch it.
It's a hoot and a holler. Check it
There
out.
may have been an easy comment, and it may not have been the best thing that's ever happened to us in our lives.
That's true. So check that out. Me and PS Zombie are working on some plans to figure out some other stuff to stream. So be on the lookout for that, and we will see you guys next Monday. So everybody have a good night. Stay healthy, and good night.